15 years ago this week we were first implored to remember the name. And if this South Coast escape proves anything like a turning point for the campaign, Everton boss Ronald Koeman will have good reason to recall the goal-scoring contribution of Wayne Rooney. With barely a minute of normal time remaining, Rooney kept his nerve to score from the spot to earn the Blues a draw at promoted Brighton and Hove Albion. In doing so, he also relieved some of the immediate pressure on the beleaguered Koeman. The Dutchman may have claimed in the build-up not to feel any extra strain heading into this fixture, but defeat was simply unthinkable. And after Anthony Knockett capitalised on a dozing Morgan Schneiderlin to fire Brighton in front, the gleeful home crowd respond with chants of "You're getting sacked in the morning" directed at the stony-faced Koeman on the touchline. Small wonder, then, the mixture of delight in the away end and relief in the dugout at Rooney's dramatic late intervention. With Everton majority shareholder Fahad Moshiri having gone public in his support of Koeman following the home defeat to Burnley last time out, there was never any chance of this game impacting on the manager's immediate future. But the vacuum of the subsequent 12-week international break has seen the Dutchman's reign scrutinised like never before. That won't change with this result, which extends Everton's wait for a win on the road in the Premier League to 12 games, and keeps them behind Brighton in the table, perilously close to the drop zone. Wayne Rooney reacts after scoring the first Everton goal from the penalty spot during the Premier League match between Brighton and Hove Albion and Everton at Amex Stadium on October 15, 2017 in Brighton, England. Image photo by Steve Barden's Getty Images. At least, though, there was a show of character that far outstripped the quality on show. There may have been a furore at the game being switched to a Sunday lunchtime despite not being broadcast live, but Koeman and his players were probably grateful for the oversight. While the Blues boss was right in his assertion Everton deserved something from the game, his team had more shots on target than all their previous top-flight away games this season combined. The overall performance was hampered by too many familiar failings. Koeman's latest attempt to shoehorn his better players into some sort of potent attacking shape saw him move Gylfi Sigurdsson into the central role many supporters have been craving. Sigurdsson was better here, but it meant Rooney was pushed forward as the most advanced attacker, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin shunted out to the left. Everton player ratings keen and Vlasic highlights of dismal draw. Rooney swiftly recognised he would get little change from Brighton's twin towers of Lewis Duncan's Shane Duffy, and spent much of his time dropping deep, as is his natural tendency these days. Calvert-Lewin warmed to his task, but much of his best work came inside the area, where on several occasions he reached crosses and was later on the receiving end of the elbow from Bruno. How was it not a red card that gave Rooney his moment to equalise? If not exactly square pegs and round holes, then certainly pegs that would fit better elsewhere. On the other flank, Nikola Vlasic was the clear positive of the afternoon, an inventive presence who offered the Blues genuine width and frightened Brighton with his direct running, and whose link-up down the right with Mason Holgate shows real promise. However, it's clear, Everton are still not functioning as a cohesive attacking unit. Frustrating, then, that they cut loose after drawing level with substitute Kevin Morales twice denied by Brighton goalkeeper Matthew Ryan what would have been an unlikely winner. Defensively, Koeman's big call had been to drop Ashley Williams, despite vowing not to withdraw the Welshman from the firing line after recent high-profile mistakes. The decision was rewarded with skipper Phil Jagielka fitting in confidently alongside the quietly impressive Michael Keane. The real disappointment came in the engine room, where another full performance has further heightened the debate of whether Everton really need two holding midfielders. Even before his error for Brighton's goal, Schneiderlin was erratic, while Idrissa Gueye is now struggling to work out exactly what kind of player he should be. Brighton took a while to deal with Koeman's selection curveball, and with the hosts lacking pace and presence up top, where have we heard that before, the Blues were able to play a high line and press further up the pitch, the offside trap constantly snaring Brighton striker Glenn Murray. Sigurdsson had a shot blocked, Gueye tested Ryan and Calvert-Lewin headed over, but rather than build on their early territorial domination, Everton would or perhaps couldn't, turn the screw, and allowed Brighton to play their way back into the game. The Seagulls had a hopeful claim for a penalty before the interval when, after Nokere's shot was blocked, Dunk met the rebound only for his effort to be blocked first by Keane's body and then his arm. Everton were bright again after the break, Holgate testing Ryan after a clever back heel from Vlasic and Calvert-Lewin doing likewise from inside the area. Then came the late drama. After Schneiderlin dallied when dealing with a loose ball after Keane blocked from Brighton substitute Jose Izquierdo, Pascal Gross fed Knockett to smash home. Koeman threw on Morales and switched to 3 at the back, and fine Pickford saves from Izquierdo and fellow substitute Izzy Brown either side of Brighton's strike gained extra currency when Rooney levelled. "It was the team that I like to see," said Koeman when referring to the manner in which Everton threw caution to the wind during injury time. What happened during most of the previous 90, though, will remain the real concern for Blues supporters.